My eyebrows look weird. They look like my eyebrows look like they're trying to make a statement, and I do not approve the statement, and I don't appreciate what is happening on my forehead right about now. Can you hear me good? Uh-oh, now they want to start walking around upstairs. So I saw this tweet this morning. My friend sent it to me. And it was like, what was that period in elementary school when people was just regurgitating in the classroom, y'all? And that tweet, it made me think. I think that's when my emetophobia started. If you do not know what emetophobia is, it is the panic, the terror of upchucking is what I'm going to call it. And I'm going to call it different words because I remember when I was real bad with the phobia and just the word that refers to upchucking that starts with a T and rhymes with po up. That word or that phrase alone would send me into a panic, and it sucked. Okay, so I'm not gonna say that phrase. I will try not to say that phrase because that phrase could be sensitive to some listeners. But I remember the terror I felt. We weren't even in the classroom, y'all. We was in the cafeteria, and did we have recess before or after lunch? Yeah, we had it after lunch. And I think this was in like fourth grade, maybe. So this kid, I ain't gonna say no names, but just all of a sudden, I look down the table and there's just a mess on the table. And it freaked me out. But the crazy thing is, I had upchucked before and it didn't bother me. But seeing him do it sent me into a panic. But then, as the years went on, it progressively got worse. But I don't know how to explain this, but I had a real bad stomach flu when I was like 12. And that's also the last time that I have upchucked. Okay? I'm 23 now, so it's been a minute. And I've had moments between that time and now where I have felt like I needed to. Maybe it's out of nerves, anxiety, or something I ate. But anytime I feel like I need to now, full on panic attack. And I don't know why, it just terrifies me. And I remember I went to a therapist at one point and she told me that it was a lot of it had to do with my fear of losing control, which is understandable because I have general anxiety about a lot of things that I can't control. So that was understandable. But I remember the first time I had a really bad panic attack, and I'm sorry if I'm jumping all over the place. I don't know how to talk in a straight line. I just be from here to here to here to there. But I remember the first time I had a really bad panic attack, it was while I was driving. And I started to like cough. Oh, I thought I saw a bug. I started to like cough while I was driving. I didn't have any water. And like sometimes when you cough enough, like if you cough real hard for real long, you start to feel like you have to upchuck. And I was driving. And driving already gives me anxiety. So I was driving and I started coughing right. And I started to feel it. And I freaked out. And I swerved. Like the car swerved because I was having a panic attack, like a full-on panic attack while I was driving. So I had to pull over and get out of the car. And by the way, it's pitch black outside. It's like 9 o'clock because I had to pick my brother up from work. He was working at McDonald's at the time. So I had to pick him up and I had to pull over and basically try to calm myself down to at least make it to his job to pick him up and bring it back home. But it was bad. It sucked. And then from that point, my anxiety just reached a level to where like I was just scared of everything. Like after that day, I didn't want to leave the house. I don't want to drive. I don't want to get in the car, because if I got in the car, by the way, I've never been car sick in my entire life, but I swore after that day, if I got in the car, I was going to upchuck in the car. If I was in a public space, I wouldn't have time to get to the bathroom, to get to an exit. Stuff that I did not think about or worry about before. From that day on, I was like, that's all I thought about. Like, in any public space, I had to know where the bathroom was. I had to know where the exit was, just in case, I felt some. And I had to go to a therapist. I mentioned that earlier, and she helped me a lot with like meditation, and then I did a lot of prayer and stuff like that, and I'm like so much better. I had lost weight too, because I was afraid to eat. I couldn't eat, and I like to eat, so that's how I was scared just to eat, because I thought everything that I ate was going to come back up, and it never did. Like, it was all in my head, and it was wild. What was that? Why did I get on? Oh, I was talking about the tweet I saw, but yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, emetophobia is one of the worst phobias I think people can have, because it's literally all in your head. And like, even if I'm in public spaces now and someone's like, oh, my stomach hurts, or oh, I'm nauseous, panic attack. Makes no sense, but it's one of the reasons why I don't drink, or I don't like to be around drunk people, is because of that phobia. And it doesn't make a lot of sense to some people, to a lot of people, which I get. It's weird, because upchucking is obviously like just a bodily function, but for some reason it just scares me, and I don't know why. I really don't know why. But yeah. Aside from that, ow. So one of my favorite movie trilogies is the Planet of the Apes movies. And I promise you, I watch those like, maybe 4 or 5 times a year. And this is the second time. No, this is my first time this year rewatching them. I just love them so much. I do. And Maurice, Caesar's ace boon, like his ride or die. Maurice. Everybody need a Maurice. Maurice did not play when it came to his friend. Maurice was the real one. Ooh, but that Cobra. Ooh, I was so glad when Caesar killed him. Oh, by the way, spoiler alert. I was so glad when Caesar killed him. He was just evil. Just evil. Cobra. Ape, no, kill ape. Cobra. Oh my god, I don't even know. What the heck was I going to talk about? I done forgot what I was on here to talk about, because I started talking about the emetophobia. I don't know what I was about to talk about. I'll probably just record something else if I remember afterwards. But I just wanted to record something, to upload something, so I can try to say consistent. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Okay, bye. Can you feel the love tonight? The peace the evening breeze. The world for once in perfect